Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video, we'll see how to enter matrices in Python. So let's say I have a 2 by 2 matrix with me whose entries are 1, 2, 3, 4. So what we are going to do is, in the previous sessions, we have seen how to enter a list in Python. So if I have a list, let's say C, then you can drop your entries here, whatever the entries are, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So in Python, matrices, we put them as lists within a list. So what we are going to do is, in Python, we are going to create a list A. Okay, so this is my entire list. And the first row I will be putting as the first entry of my list. So the first row will come as a sublist inside this, comma. Second row will come as another sublist. Right? So this is called list within a list. So this is how we are going to enter matrices in Python, lists within a list. Okay, so when I say A0 now, what it should give me? It should give me 0th entry of the list A, which is this sublist. When I say A1, it will give me this entry in my list, which is 3, 4. So entries of this list are again lists first. Okay, I hope that's clear. So now I'll move on to my Python file. Okay, so my title is entering matrices using Python. So what I'll do now is, I'll try to feed in a matrix A, and then we'll print it and see how that looks like. Okay, so let's say I'll use the same matrix which I just now demonstrated. A is equal to, this is my main list. So inside this, my first row will come as a list. Okay, 1, 2, I think I had taken. Yeah, that's my first row, comma. Then I'll again open a sublist for my second row, 3, comma 4. You can create bigger matrices also, 3 by 4, 4 by 5, any order you wish. So this is my matrix A. So if you want it in the rectangular form, maybe the second row, you can hit enter here and it will appear this way. Okay, but I don't think that's required. If you wish to, you can do that. So this is my matrix A which I've fed in here. So let's say I print this matrix now. Okay. So I'll try to print this matrix A, and let's see what is the output. Print A. Okay, so I'll save this file now. I'll run this and it will be saved here. Yeah. So that's my matrix, that is the output. But the output normally, usually we prefer to see it in the rectangular form. Okay, this has come as a list only, the matrix A. So if you want the output to be seen in the rectangular form, then you'll have to define a function. Okay, and how do you define a function? Is this is the way you define a function. Define def. I'll put the name for my function. Let's say mat, since I'm dealing with matrices. And my argument is only one right now. Let's say A. So whatever matrix A I have, what I have to do is, whatever list A I have, for each row in that list. So for, I'm getting in the for loop here, for I in A, capital A. Okay, for each I in capital A, we are going to print I. Okay, we are going to print I. So what it will do is, basically it will print the rows one below the other. Okay, so now when I say print, mat A. Okay, when I say print mat A, mat is the name of my function which I have given there. So whenever you say mat A, it will put the same matrix that you have in the rectangular form. Okay. So the first print command is the usual matrix that I have. The second one will be in the rectangular form. So let's run this and see how that works. Yeah. So the first one that you can see is the of the original print, this one. Whereas for the second print, I have it in the rectangular form. First row 1, 2 is printed first, and then the second row 1, 3, 4 is printed next. Right. So whenever we are dealing with higher programs, inverse, row echelon form, okay, inverse of a function, we will try to use the mat function so that all the matrices appear in the rectangular form. Okay, so this is how you enter matrices in Python, and if you have a bigger matrix, you can actually enter a bigger matrix here as well. So I will just copy this and paste it down. I will copy this and I will paste it down. Maybe I can rename it as something else. Let's say B. So if you want a 2 by 3 matrix, okay, only 2 rows and 3 columns, then I'll have to enter more entries here. So let's say 5, and here I'll enter another entry. Let's say 87. So this will be a 2 by 3 metric, and whatever order you have, you can enter matrices of those orders in this manner. So this is how you enter matrices in Python, and you can make them look in the rectangular form. Okay, I hope it's clear. Any questions, you can put them in the comment box. Thank you.